Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video and the final mission in the Divine Wrath Mortal Will event, which is all extreme types mission. This is the team I used. I can't lie, if you do have the new Tech LR Zamasu, this is probably one of the best teams you could use to do this. The extreme version is a little bit more challenging compared to the super type mission, just because you do have far less options that can compete in this event with how much damage it does, and a lot more units are risky. One thing I have been saying is you have 4 items at your disposal. Use them. Whether you're going to take a Whis, an Aeters, a Whis and Snakes, even Nurse Chi-Chis. You have 4 items unless you're doing no item runs. Bring them, utilize all your items to make sure you get the mission done. This is the team I used. As I said, Tech LR Zamasu's team. We kind of have a standard setup. There's a lot of damage reduction, a lot of good defense. Rose and Zamasu have guard. In Zamasu, AJL Zamasu both have damage reduction. Strength Rose is a little bit of a techie unit in the beginning. He's glass. But as long as you can kind of keep him out of harm's way, which floating being a support, you can do so, you should be good. And if you need to use an item again, you have 4. And the same could be said for Cooler as well. The first phase though, he does have type advantage, so it does help. As long as you pop an item on his first appearance, he can build up fairly easily again. Type advantage, especially if he supers first, builds him up, has him ready to go during the fizz phase. And then by then, you have his revive, which I completely forgot he has. Of course, he has to die, but his revive is in his arsenal. He'll be built up by then. He has healing, so his healing combined with all the Rose and Zamasu's healing, you should be able to keep your HP at a pretty decent spot. Not too much where you won't get the domain. I think you can still pop that quite easily. But as long as you kind of keep him out of harm's way as well, he should be okay. Rose in the second phase having type advantage, he's kind of fine. Again, he's here just essentially to make all the Rose and Zamasu units stronger, which is going to help you get through the event a lot quicker, which is exactly what he did. LR Zamasu, AJL Zamasu, Easy A Rose and Zamasu doing a ton of damage throughout this entire event. Other units you could use if you're missing some as an AJL unit, Golden Freezer or Super Boo might be a shout, even though AJL Zamasu is a big hit. You could use Piccolo Jr. I went for Int Zamasu just for better tanking, but Piccolo Jr., especially if you have dupes, is a good shout to use in this. Strength Rose, if you don't have him or don't want to use him, I have used Strength Boo in this stage with a different team. Again, as long as you kind of keep him out of harm's way and build him up, he should be fine. And then if you don't want to go double tech, or if you don't have Easy A, Rose and Zamasu, of course, you can then stack up on another type of this unit, like have Int Zamasu and Piccolo Jr., have AJL Zamasu and Golden Freezer. It's entirely up to you. The only typing I think is a little bit of a struggle to find a replacement with is Extreme Fizz. If you look here, there are not many options at all that you could throw into this event that will be okay. Outside of Cooler, you could go for Janemba, again, especially if you have dupes. He can kind of build up a little bit easier in the first phase because he has type advantage, and then you can use an item to make sure he does it with very little risk, especially if he is super attacked. Other than that, as I said, the Extreme Fizz unit, you do not have too many options, and you don't have too many options of extreme units that can compete outside of the ones I'm showing you right now. But if you do manage to complete this with a different team, let me know down in the comments to help other people out. And if this video was useful to you, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Take care. I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back in, and I have made the switch. I've taken Piccolo out for Zamasu just so we're like, there's a bit more tanking involved. There's a bit more defensive ability in the team. Last time out, it didn't seem like I needed to use an item with these guys, so I'm actually just going to leave it like this. I'm not going to use no item. I'm not getting an 18 key though, which is kind of annoying. But it's fine. They are going to super attack first, and then once again, LR Zamasu is pretty much invincible for this third turn, especially because he hasn't been super attacked in slot 1 before he supers. And this friend Zamasu is rainbowed. Whoever this guy is with the friend, the rainbowed Zamasu, I appreciate you a lot. I've been using your Zamasu so much, and he is amazing. I appreciate you, whoever you are. Alright, cool. That's probably the best case scenario. So now we don't have to worry about Rose and Zamasu getting supered, so they can kind of build up with little risk. Without the Icarus this time, because that is like 35% damage reduction, we might take a bit of damage, but I don't think we needed the item. Right, yeah, it's a bit of damage, but I don't think the item was needed. Especially with Zamasu now being on the team instead of Piccolo, we've got even more healing. So we've got Rose, Zamasu's healing, Zamasu's healing, Cooler's healing, AGL, Zamasu's healing. We've got a ton of healing on this team. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. Again, I don't think I need to use an item. Actually, do I? AGL Zamasu's got support. And he's going to super attack first. Cooler's also going to super attack first before he starts needing to build up with type advantage. I think we're okay. We've got 40% damage reduction. AGL Zamasu's going to super. That is a lot of attacks though. And yeah, he's going to super first. We got the support. Oh, that double would have been so good. He just does an additional for me anymore. Okay. It's not the worst, but we have taken so much damage from basics that if Cooler gets super attacked, we are dead. We are dead. Maybe I should have used an item. An Icarus there would have saved us a lot of damage. Yeah, I should have used an item. That's really... Oh, I forgot about this. That's another good reason to bring Metal Cooler. I completely forgot about his revival. That is another good reason to bring him. He has his revival. Kind of feels a bit wasted here to be using this, but we still have items, I guess. Yeah, so along with the healing and having type advantage in this first phase, I completely forgot about his revival. Okay, we back like we never left. Alright, I think now I may use an item. This guy is god. Actually, I could like do this. He's got 60% damage reduction. I think I'm gonna float him because Cooler's floating, so that does mean if I keep him on rotation, there's gonna be one turn he doesn't have the full 60, he has 40. So as long as he floats, he's always got 60 because there's always gonna be a full turn of Realm of God units. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use an Icarus. I'm gonna slide Rose and Zamasu into slot 1. I'm going to let them finish building up while they have their guard, and we have the Icarus active, so they can tank even better. Doesn't really matter if Zamasu actually super attacks here, because he's got, with the 60, he's now got the extra 35% from the Icarus, he's got 95% damage reduction. So even if Trunks was to super attack him, he's literally just going to tickle Zamasu. He's going to fondle his balls, basically. That's how much damage, my guy's going to be doing. Big 10 milli crit, though. Yeah, that's fine. You do that. Zamasu even got to super attack, and we've got an Icarus. He's still got all his damage reduction as well. Yeah, look at that. 108 damage. Pathetic. Get out of my face. Not even an additional? Damn. Alright. Still got an Icarus active going into this phase, don't forget. And we've got AGL Zamasu transformed, which is even better. Hopefully his additional supers are working today, bruh. So, because lately they haven't been. And another good thing about Rose is he's still shaky, don't get me wrong. Like I said, the main benefit is he supports everyone else. So we could do more damage and get through this quicker. But the main thing is that he now has type advantage. So that's another thing as well. So at least when he supers here, he can actually tank a little bit better. He actually tanks. I think I've seen him. I think I've used him in this stage before, if I remember rightly. I think once he super attacks an item, he's actually okay. If he gets super attack, I'm pretty much definitely sure he dies. But if he gets hit by basic, no item, he's chilling. Big additional, love that. Yeah, with that Rose support, he's doing 10 mil. 10 mil already. Get a triple. Ah, so close. I mean, at least he actually did get an additional super for me this time around. See, look how much damage we're doing. This is the thing with this phase, is you can do so much damage with this team that even though Cooler might be a bit shaky, even though Rose could get super attacked and get one shot, again, you've got 4 items to utilize, and because of how much damage you're doing, along with Rose's support on pretty much the majority of this team. You know what, we might as well pop this. But those two things combined, it means you can just fly through this phase so quickly that you don't really have to worry about the units, because there's not enough time because they're already dead. And the support memory boost as well. Let's not forget that. Do you know what? Just to actually make sure we make it through, I'm just gonna have a Whis active. We're not gonna do unnecessary risks. There's no attacks coming for Cooler either, which means I don't need to super with him and he can chill. But Cooler does have a use. Type advantage in the beginning, easier to build up. He actually does some damage. He's going to be healing the entire time with all the Rose and Master units, which is another good thing. It may affect you getting the domain out, but at least you're healing, along with having 4 items. And again, once he's fully built up, if he supers, he should probably tank Trunks' basics, not too bad. Yeah, look at Trunks' health bar, he's almost dead already. He's almost dead already. The only thing is the extreme units, they don't have a lot of variety. That is going to be the one problem with building this team, is they don't have a lot of variety. So if you're missing some of the better ones, like the units we're running now, you know, Piccolo Juniors, those kind of units, it might be a little bit of a struggle to make a very good team. And it may take you a few tries. The main benefit is at least there's no cap like there is on Red Zone. So, you know, if you are looking and waiting for that like one big lucky run, you don't have to wait until like the next day or the day after that to get it. You can just keep going and going and going until you beat it. And again, you have 4 items to use. But like, we are flying through now. I've even used Kid Buu in this event on a different mission. You could even bring him. Again, this phase, he actually doesn't do too badly with these units. Piccolo Jr., I think I've used here as well. He does fine, especially if you've got Dupes in him. Mine's at 55%. Golden Freezer could work well here. Again, once his damage reduction starts dropping, you have 4 items to use to kind of cover him with that. This mission should be doable. Again, if you're missing like the majority of the units I've just said, it may be a little bit of a struggle. Whereas like superclass units have a ton of options. We can even get the domain out. I'm not going to because we don't need to. Like, I might as well take the extra damage he's going to get from being like in base and Rose support. Look at that, 24 mil. 24 million attack stat. There we go. That should be the one of each type extreme mission complete, and that should be the final mission of the Divine Wrath Mortal Will event. Done. That should be all missions now completed. There we go. Let's claim our mission, claim our 14 stones and our sleepy guys. Yeah, there we go. Another mission complete. All the missions completed. Let me know what team you used down in the comments. If you used a team like mine or my team, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. All the support is very much appreciated. But I'll see you next video, guys. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. And peace.